This is a very important video, so listen carefully. On the Monday 18th of July, I caught myself while I was at the dinner table thinking, what if it doesn't work out? And I catch myself, I told my inner voice to fuck off and then filled it up with opposite thoughts. I do not want to have this lingering thought of what if it doesn't work out in my mind. I've had this idea for a long time after talking with a lot of people. No one believes in themselves anymore. Absolutely no one. We are filled with the fear of failure. We are filled with the fear of something going wrong and then it completely messing up our life. So we decide to go for the safe road to get a safe job and get a safe life, which will lead to a mediocre life. Is that what you really want? I know for a fact that it isn't. And this is why it's so important for us to be careful with who we surround ourselves with. If you tell someone about your aspirations and all of a sudden you are getting taken down, or someone saying that's unreasonable, that's not achievable, all these things are going to be in your mind and they are going to be repeating in your mind, which will make you believe it. You want the exact opposite. You want people that believe in you. You want people that if you say, I want to become a millionaire by this time, they're going to be like, what about doing it 1 year earlier? You can do it. Those are two different types of people to surround yourself with. And that's why you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So I wanted to write this video not only for you, but also for me as future reference for when this voice actually comes back. I put this video on and I'm like, yeah, this voice is definitely wrong. I was told by someone not long ago, you are so positive because of my ambitions, the goals that I set, and the fact that I really do believe that I'm able to achieve all those goals. I talk about them with a lot of confidence in my ability to achieve them. And this is crucial because at the end of the day, you are the only person that is with yourself 24/7. And if you don't believe in yourself, it's not other people's beliefs in you that are going to have an impact. And if they do, it's a negative one. This is because it doesn't matter if I tell you that, oh my God, you're an amazing cook. Because if you don't believe that you yourself are an amazing cook, whatever I'm saying is not going to register. So the building blocks of your psyche should be self-belief, the belief in your ability to achieve what you are trying to achieve. I can do this. I can be successful. I am successful. I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm proud of myself. These are all things that I tell myself when I'm going into any endeavor it is, even if it's just unconscious. Because after you tell yourself this so many times, unconsciously you're going to start believing in it, which is even better. Unless it's physically or mathematically impossible, then I really do believe that I'm able to achieve it. Now, the reason I started this video off with a story that happened to me not long ago is because I don't want you to look at this video and be like, oh my God, his psychology is flawless. I need to learn from him. Whatever, because if you really think that every time your psychology goes a little bit flawed, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm not up to the standards. But you are, and I'll tell you why. Because every successful person you know in your life or online or whatever it is has this voice that creeps into their head. Everyone literally has it. Now the difference is the way that you respond to that voice. Do you agree with it or do you tell it to fuck off? I like to do the latter, but sometimes that voice is very loud.
Man, stop playing with me. What?
Trading is something that only a small percentage of people are able to succeed at. But that doesn't mean that you can't be able to be in that small percentage of people that succeed. And I personally tweeted this, which is, never think that you can't be the exception to the rule. Believe in yourself down to the core. Just because 95% of entrepreneurs fail doesn't mean that you will. You can be the exception. I fully believe in my future success. Doesn't matter the odds. And you can follow me on Twitter if you want to see more of these tweets. But the message here is really all about self-belief. If you don't believe that you are able to be the exception to the rule, then you are not going to work towards being the exception to the rule. If you want to pass a prop firm challenge, link in the description, you can get 5% off with my Forex funds, and there's also a link for FTMO. You really need to be able to believe that you can pass that challenge. Don't go with the mindset of, I don't know if I'm able to achieve the 8%. Rather go with the mindset of, I know I can achieve the 8%. But this is where I know that some people that are watching this video are going to go to the comment section saying that I'm wrong, but this is what I need you to listen. This self-belief in terms of prop firms mainly needs to be based on results that you've already experienced, okay? But I've talked about this many times. Don't go for a prop firm challenge if you've never achieved 8%, 10% in a month, all right? Because else you're just going to be burning money. I'm saying that if you are able to achieve the 8%, don't doubt the possibility of you achieving the 8%. Know that you are going to achieve the 8%. I've talked about this many times, that results need to be based on reality many times in other videos, so I'm not going to touch on that. I'm just going to touch on self-belief. We tend to see what we believe in. The world outside is a reflection of what is inside. This is a cliche, but it's also true. Let's give this very popular example, which is if you want a Tesla, for example. That's a perfect example for me. And don't you dare click out just because you like gas vehicles, okay? We're talking about Teslas here now. So let's imagine that you like Teslas and you know all the details about Teslas. You are looking at Teslas every single week. You are checking Tesla Twitter, whatever it is. All of a sudden, every time you're on the road, you easily recognize a Tesla and you see it everywhere. That's because you are focusing on it. Some people call it the law of attraction. I call it, just kidding, I don't call it anything. I just didn't call it the law of attraction because some people cringe at it. Well, you're a problem. The same thing happens with your belief about success. If you believe that you are successful, then your mind is going to be looking for ways to prove to itself that you are right, that you are successful. But the opposite is also true. So you need to really be careful with what you're feeding your mind, because all of a sudden, if you think that you are not successful, your mind is going to be looking for reasons to prove yourself right, that you are not successful. So if your belief from the get-go is I can't pass prop firms, your mind will go look for evidence that that is true. But the opposite is also true. If you think that you are able to pass prop firms, that you can achieve the 8% with my Forex funds, 10% with FTMO, links in the description, then your mind is also going to be looking for evidence of that. That's when you start entering in those higher probability trades, those trades that tap you in and go. That's when you are really in the zone, when you really do believe in whatever you are doing. My biggest recommendation for you is that every time you catch your mind trying to play these tricks on you, overwhelm it with opposite thoughts. If you think, am I able to do this? Overwhelm it with, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do anything I put my mind to. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. This is a tip that I got from Mike Tyson. Yes, he personally came to my house and told me this. No, I'm just kidding. Roll the clip.
Friend, your mind is not your friend.
Exactly, that quote. Exactly. I read that before every fight. Every fight I read that quote.
Train your mind to be your friend. You got to tell your mind beautiful things about yourself, nice things about yourself all the time. Because if you slack up, it'll tell you ain't shit. Keep that belief and deep down confidence in yourself.
For sure.
The name of the game, when especially you're a fighter, an athlete or something, and in life in general, a businessman, we have to overcome ourselves. The fight is within ourselves. We have to beat ourselves. That comes with discipline.
Yeah.
And since I saw this is what I'm trying to apply, but I'm still working on it. But again, self-belief is key, and that's something that I've always had with many things, and I'm working on it also mainly for trading. Because that's where I say it would lack a little bit more. But again, it's a constant work in progress. And the more you can base it on results, the better. But as you can see, this video is not only for you, but also for me. Be careful with the beliefs that you have about yourself. Love you all. Peace.